following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona. Brother Mike is back on the radio. HardcoreChristianity.com. Hey, thank you for tuning in today. May God richly bless you. Today's Bible study, The Art of Lying. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? Another sign of the times today on Hardcore. I'll make some quick announcements such as, this is Brother Mike. I am the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. I've been a professional counselor for 40 years. I just had my anniversary. Been on the radio for 19 years. My anniversary is in February. On the website, hardcorechristianity.com, you'll see all of our ministry services. We have 2 live services every week, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. That's Mountain Time because it's also broadcast live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/House of Healing AZ. When you go to the website, please remember to sign up for the free seminars. Please remember my teaching class is the 4th Saturday of every month at noon in the small sanctuary at the Deliverance Center. If you need a medical exemption form, so you don't have to take what they call in Israel the kill shot, the vaccines, please send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. I will send you out a medical exemption form and based on your religious faith. If you know someone who needs to be delivered and they won't or can't come for help, send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com, and I will send you the Miracle Healing and Deliverance List, step-by-step guide to total healing and deliverance. Send me an email and I will send the religious exemption and the miracle list out today to you, obviously for free. Please remember to check the PayPal button on the website and send us another donation. Thank you for supporting us for 19 years and for all the referrals you sent to Sister Karen to list your house for sale last year. It was fantastic. She's still on the homepage of the website. The Art of Lying, unbelievable. Lying is going to be one of the major features of society worldwide as we drive through the tribulation. The rapture and the tribulation now are only a couple of years away. This thing's winding down and winding down fast. The Bible describes what it's going to be like during the tribulation. Of course, we're in the pre-tribulation right now. Revelation chapter 22, verse 15. The Bible describes the New Jerusalem where we will live for all eternity. It comes down out of heaven. It is located in the Middle East. You and I will be living in the New Jerusalem in the Middle East for eternity if you are a true born-again Christian and an overcomer in Christ. Remember, you won't receive any major job duties or ministries during after the return of Christ unless you are an overcoming Christian. That's clear from Revelation chapter 2 and chapter 3. If you are an overcomer, you will receive your assignment in the New World Order. But outside the New Jerusalem, the Bible describes what's going on out there during the tribulation and at the time of the second coming. Check this out. Outside there, it says, Revelation 22, verse 15, are whoremongers. Okay, that word, Greek word means a male prostitute. Murderers, idolaters, sorcerers. That's the Greek word pharmakia. That's performing witchcraft and sorcery through the power of familiar spirits, using incense and potions and oils and different things. And it also says outside are those people who love to make lies. The Greek word for love there is phileo. It means to be fond of or to enjoy or to like. People who like to lie will not be allowed inside the New Jerusalem, and they will have nothing to do with Christ's second coming or the New World Order. John chapter 8, Jesus was facing the religious Pharisees, scribes. John chapter 8 and verse 44, he describes them spiritually. He gives a spiritual description of religious people. Quote, "You are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning. He abode not in the truth. The Greek word for abode there is histemi. It means to stand or stand in something. He did not stand in the truth, it says, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks of his own. The Greek word for of there is ek. It means out of, to come out of. When he speaks a lie, he speaks coming out of his own, for he is a liar and the father of lies. In the next verse, verse 45, Jesus said, "Because I tell you the truth, you do not believe me." Wow, what a powerful statement, and what a great description of the United States and the media in this country. The media is run by Satan, and it is, to be honest with you, pure evil. Let me give you a couple of examples of 2020, a year in review, looking at the lies that they shoved down our throats. Do you happen to remember the Ma'Khia Bryant case? In Columbus, Ohio, a fight broke out at a residence, and people were beating each other up left and right, and two African American women ran into the front yard fighting. Well, one of the women, she was morbidly obese, pushed the other woman up against the car and pulled out a butcher knife and was going to stab her and kill her. Well, the police had already showed up. If you remember seeing this on the news, the cop came up, pulled up, got out of his car, pulled his gun, and screamed at the woman with the butcher knife to drop it. Well, the woman wasn't listening to him. She was going to stab and kill the other woman, so the cop shot her to save the other woman's life. The media portrayed it completely differently. They said that the woman didn't have a knife, that this thing was a racial shooting. It was another Floyd murder, and one amazing lie after the other. And the media continued to promote it for weeks on end, and even after the facts came out, the video came out showing exactly what happened, the media never apologized to it because they are of their father, the devil, and the lusts of their father they will do. Do you remember the Dasha Kelly story that was all over CNN? She was a woman in Las Vegas, Nevada, who had 3 kids, and there was a big controversy about Joe Biden ending the eviction moratorium where tenants didn't have to pay rent during the pandemic. Come to find out later, as you remember, the woman those kids weren't even that woman's children. She was a live-in girlfriend of the father of the 3 kids. The whole thing was completely fabricated. The media went along with it. They started a GoFundMe account for this family, $230,000, after the lies were all exposed, like Bubba Smith, like all these other ones. They discontinued the GoFundMe account and didn't give the family the money. Duh. What about that? Guys, Jesse Smollett, Bubba Smith, fake racial hoaxes, promulgated left and right by a media that is of their father, the devil. I don't know if you remember this one. Glenn Youngkin was running for governor of Virginia, and he won, by the way, as you know. And the Democrat nominee was a guy named Terry McAuliffe, who is a pathological liar. And in an attempt to sway Virginia voters, the Lincoln Project, which is an organization that is consumed with lies, had 5 people stand and pretend to be Youngkin supporters wearing white shirts and khakis. If you remember this was on the news, and they lied and said that these people were white supremacists and they were members of the Ku Klux Klan, and they were supporting Youngkin because he was a white supremacist and a racist. What was remarkable about the story is one of the 5 people in the hoax was African American. Really? Didn't know they went to Ku Klux Klan rallies. Remember the story about ivermectin and Joe Rogan? That was amazing. CNN and MSNBC had one program after the other calling Joe Rogan insane for taking a horse dewormer, and that he was lying about overcoming COVID in 5 days. He then told Dana White, the president of the UFC, about it when he got COVID and his family got it. All of them got recovered, and recovered fast. It was unbelievable, using ivermectin. And nobody revealed the fact that ivermectin is a medicine that has been used for decades. It kills parasites left and right. Has virtually no side effects, is very cheap, and azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine also are very inexpensive drugs that slaughter COVID, and media kept it all hidden so that the vaccines and remdesivir and hospitalizations and breathing equipment, respirators, everything else, all that had to be used, and they lied about everything over and over again. What am I saying here? We're in the pre-tribulation here, and everything from this moment going forward is going to be lies. Do not believe anything you hear in the media. Do not believe anything a politician says to you. Why? Because they are of their father, the devil, and the lusts of their father they are going to do. They are murderers of the truth. They do not stand in truth. When they speak a lie, they speak out of their own.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.